Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica and this is Indigo Lightworker Tarot. Okay, today I'm going to do a reading for the sign of Virgo. So for all my Virgos out there, I'm so glad you could join me. Okay, I love Virgos. They are so intelligent. They have a clear set for them, a clear perspective about them. Okay, and I love that. There's such a grounding presence to a Virgo, and it just feels good to be around a Virgo. So, and fun fact, there are more Virgos than any other sign. Okay, so that's kind of interesting. Today we're going to start with the Repair, Evolution, Growth Oracle for you guys. Okay, so let's see what's going on with you. Okay, we have partnerships, support. You are being guided to reach out to form partnerships and alliances to expand your vision and perspective. Take this time to see who comes into your life that is offering to assist with your endeavors. Asking for help often leads to accomplishing your goals more quickly. Okay, so there could be some type of new partnership or coming into your life, or your partnerships need more of your focus, more of your energy at this time here, Virgo. Okay, I'm not sure. I'm going to ask Spirit a simple question for you guys. And the question is, I'm going to ask your angels, what does Virgo need to know right now? Okay, and we're going to get some messages for you guys from your angels, some direct messages. Okay, I'm getting that you are very capable, Virgos. Okay, but you need to ask for help more often. Okay? So some of you are taking on too much and not taking advantage of the support that you could have around you. Okay, so if there's support around you, take advantage of it. Okay, delegation is a great tool. I struggle with that. Sometimes I feel like it's just easier to do it myself than to try to get someone else to do it. Okay? Especially if I'm trying to get my kids to do anything. Ugh. I'd rather just do it myself, because then you get questioned and why and all of that. And it could have been over like 20 minutes. 20 minutes ago, I could have done that myself. And I'm still trying to get you to do it. But I need to make my kids do stuff more. Okay? Instead of me just doing everything and not making them do stuff. Okay? So, maybe you're like me. You just think it's easier just to do it all yourself. But it's maybe getting to be too much for you. Okay? So, start asking or telling people you need some help. You need some more support. Okay? Okay. This is a doozy. You know a lot, Virgo, but not everything. Okay? So, Spirit is just telling it like it is here. I'll just leave that message there. I'm not going to expound upon that. Okay? That was pretty cut and dry. Okay, I'm getting, just take each season of life as it comes. Stop worrying so much about the future. Okay, so maybe some of you guys are worrywarts and you're eternalizing a lot of stuff and you're burdening yourself down with all of this stuff. Okay, and it's worry. Sometimes we do need a little bit of work to worry about something, of course. Okay? But not so much that it is like affecting our health. Okay? So if you're letting your worry affect your health, then we got to do something with your thinking. Okay? Maybe start a meditation practice. Okay? Clear your head. Start maybe writing down affirmations. And when you feel yourself like overthinking, tell yourself to stop it and that this isn't helping you. Okay? I know all of this is easier said than done, and it's once you get a habit of like overthinking or worrying too much, it's really hard not to worry. But you could be making something way bigger in your mind than it is, or giving it way too much energy, and it's hurting you more than it's helping you. Okay? Worry can be can make you sick. Okay? And spirit doesn't want you sick. Okay? They want you strong and healthy and capable. Okay? And there is a saying of like, who of you by worrying can add even a cubic of time to their life? Something like that. I think that's a scripture about worrying is not going to add to you. You know, it's not going to, it hurts you more than it helps you, basically, is how I take that scripture. Okay? So just keep that in mind. Okay, I'm getting you're more than your problems. So maybe you're making your problems the forefront in your life. Maybe you're dwelling too much on your problems and not seeing how you can overcome them or work through them, or maybe you're making your problems your identity. Okay? And that's all you talk about is your problems, or all you focus in on. Okay? And it's becoming a problem. Your problems are becoming a problem. Oh my goodness. I guess I just fell into that saying. I don't know. Okay, Virgo, so don't make something bigger than it is, I think, is where your angels are trying to steer me. Okay? And you'll know if this applies to you. Okay? I tend to not worry. I'm not big on worrying because I try to take things as they come. But sometimes I avoid worrying by not making the big moves. Like, I knew I was unhappy in my life, but to avoid like changing or worrying about it, I just stayed in the unhappiness for a really long time. And that helped me to avoid worry, because when you do change, you have to worry about the changes that come upon you. So I would avoid worrying by not changing. Okay, so I had a workaround, which wasn't healthy either, to having to worry. Okay, and that didn't really serve me well. Okay, because I was not in a place that I wanted to be, but it was safe. And I was letting my ego run my show, because I was afraid, was the big thing. I was afraid of change. And I was afraid of having to worry about changing. So I just didn't change. So, I mean, I found a workaround. But sometimes you can't find a workaround. And then I just did change. I have changed. Okay? And I gotta say, I really wish I would have changed sooner, and I let fear control me for way too long. Okay? And I'm glad I gave myself an ego death. Okay? And that ego death was so good for me. My ego needed to die, because it was running my show, because all I cared about was fear of change and other people's opinions and judgment of me. And I was living in other people's prison. I let their opinions encase me in their prison. And I have released myself from that prison. And maybe you're in a prison of worry, and you can release yourself out of this prison that you've made for yourself of worry. Okay, it's all in your head. You're just letting it encase you. Okay, and it's so easy to do, to encase ourselves in a prison of our own making. Okay, I get it. I totally get it. Don't think that it can happen to any of us. It's so easy to do. Okay, the mind is the most powerful tool you got for the good or the negative. Okay, it's just there. Okay, try to see past where you're seeing things. Okay, so maybe you're just seeing things in a negative light, and maybe there's a different angle you can go about this, and it can relieve some of this worry, and you can move in a different direction. Okay, so adjust the situation, reevaluate whatever you're worrying about. Okay, I think that's where Spirit is wanting you to do. Reevaluate. Like, is there a way to work around this so I don't have to worry about it anymore? What are my options? Is there some type of solution here? Okay, can I release some of this worry? How can I get past this worry? Okay. Okay, try not to be so self-deprecating is what I got. So maybe you've given yourself a little bit of a pity party. Okay, so Spirit's kind of wanting you to snap out of it. Snap out of that pity party. Okay? And I've given myself a lot of pity parties. Okay? So maybe take an hour, take a few minutes, have a good cry about it, and then stop being in that mindset. Okay, is what Spirit is wanting you to do. Okay, you are more than the situation, but the situation has a grasp on you. Okay, so you're making something bigger than it needs to be. Okay, whatever. Why don't I just pull a tarot card? Because I'm kind of curious. What is Virgo worried about here, Spirit? Okay. I've got the World. So something that's being completed. There's some type of completion that needs to take place, that you've come full circle with something. You've arrived at where you wanted to go, but maybe you're worried about the beginning. This new beginning that you're embarking on. Maybe it's a new relationship, or maybe it's a new job, or maybe it's or maybe you're worried about actually finding what fulfills you. Maybe you haven't found that yet, and you're worried about it. You don't know what really makes you happy, and you're kind of worried about will you ever find what really makes you happy? Or maybe you're not happy and you don't know how to get to a place where you will be happy. Okay? You could be worried about having to move. Maybe you have to move or make a big move. Maybe you've lost your job and now you have to move to a different place. Or, and you're really worried about it. Okay, there's so many scenarios. This is a collective reading. Okay? Alright, so we have a little bit more grasp on something. But there's some type of a completion that you've gone through. Okay, and it's brought you some type of worry. Okay? Alright. Let's go ahead and get your opportunity here, Virgo. Well, I'm going to get a Soul Whispers. Okay, I'm going to use this deck, and it's just going to give you the Soul Whisper. Okay, what is your soul whispering to you at this time? Let's find out, Virgo. What is your soul telling you? But softly. Starlit Symphony. Let your actions resonate with harmony and purpose. Each gesture contributes to the cosmic melody. Act with intention and integrity. Okay, so your soul is saying they want you to act intentionally and with integrity. So stand in your integrity, okay? Don't back down from something. Don't compromise your integrity or your standards. Your soul is whispering that to you. Okay? Alright, so now we will get the tarot for your opportunity here, Virgo. Okay, what is... Alright, so one of your opportunities is temperance here. Okay, Sagittarius energy for you, Virgo. Alright, your opportunity is to find your balance, to harmonize your life with where you want to go. Okay, so some type of harmony needs to take place. Okay, also, you need any type of negativity that you have encountered. Okay, we know you're worried about something here. Spirit wants you to take all that worry and turn it into what you want to have happen. They want you to alchemize the situation and so that you can stop worrying about something. So, whatever that takes, however you can turn those lemons into lemonade. Okay, turn that bad situation into something that works out for you in some type of way. And this might take a lot of patience on your part. It's not going to happen with a snap of a finger. Okay, so you need to be reasonable and you need to be set realistic expectations for yourself and for the situation. Okay, and act and move with purpose. Okay, so set out a clear path for yourself and act on it intentionally. Okay, so every decision you make needs to be made with intention. Okay, so don't do anything reckless, which really isn't. Virgos aren't really that reckless anyways. Okay, and find meaning in the situation. Okay, so the bigger picture. Okay, so that's one of your opportunities. Let's get some more opportunities for Virgo. Okay, we have the Page of Swords but reversed. So Spirit is saying they don't want you to be all talk about something. Okay, so, and also this could mean stop focusing on what is eating at you. You need to focus on, or what you're worried about. Maybe you're giving it too much power. Okay, and it's taking on a life of its own, whatever you're worried about, and that's not healthy for you. Okay? So don't focus in on the issue at hand so much that it consumes you. Spirit doesn't want you consumed with the situation. Okay? And if there's any type of deception or manipulation going on in your energy, Spirit wants you to get rid of that. Okay? If that applies to you. So if you're feeling that you're being manipulated or lied to in any areas of your life, Spirit is saying they want you to address it and to release that. Any type of a situation that you know is harmful for you here, Virgo. Okay, let's get some more for the opportunity. Oh. We have the Devil as your opportunity. Okay, so maybe you need to release some type of destructive behavior that you've got going on. And we know that you're excessively worrying about something. So your opportunity could be to release the excessive worry and detach from something that is harmful for you. Okay, and if you have a codependency of any type of sort or addiction, your opportunity is to get help and to recover from that. Anything toxic in your life, okay, Spirit is wanting you to get rid of it. So that'll be different for each of you Virgos, but anything that is affecting your health, mentally, physically, or spiritually, get rid of it. Okay, that's your opportunity. I'll get one more for the opportunity. Okay. Sorry, I've been talking a lot. Okay. We have the Hangman but reverse as your opportunity. Okay. So maybe you're stalling about something. You've been dragging your feet on something, and Spirit says your opportunity is to stop stalling. To stop resisting something that's going to happen anyways. Or maybe you're resisting change, or you're resisting something that would be for your good, but you've been resisting it. Maybe you fear, maybe you're giving, maybe you like control too much. And that wanting to have control, too much control about a situation, and you need to release some of the control. Okay, let other people help you. Okay, it could be that you fear lack of control. Okay, but you need to let outside people or the situation maybe you fear that you're going to lose something by giving up some type of control that you think you have. But that's all in your head. It could be the situation. And you have an opportunity to see that you've been making something, and it could also be you've been a little bit too selfish and one-sided in your thinking. Maybe you're not seeing the other person's side of the story, or the perspective. Maybe your perspective is skewed and you're not seeing something for what it is, and you need to maybe get some other person's viewpoint on the situation. Or if somebody's been telling you something and you haven't been listening to them, maybe put yourself in their shoes and see the situation from their side of the story. Okay? That could be your opportunity. That doesn't have to be for everybody. Okay, so what's the advice for Virgo? Your advice is to find what satisfies you, to find what makes you happy, to be grateful for what you do have. Look at life as a blessing and see things and don't be take satisfaction more in the little things, and don't focus on what you don't have. Focus more on what you do have is your advice. Okay? Find contentment. That inner contentment. If you don't have inner contentment, your advice is to find it. Whatever brings you peace of mind, whatever, if you've been focusing too much on one thing, then you need to see that there is more to life than just that one thing. So maybe you need to diversify. Okay. I'm struggling with that word. Maybe you need to not be so stuck in your ways. Okay? Maybe go at things a little bit differently. Maybe you're too much in a routine. Okay? And maybe you need to mix things up. Okay? And that'll help you feel a little bit better. Okay? Let's see. Let's get one more for your advice. Okay, we have the Eight of Wands. So, you need to make some type of quick change. Some type of quick movement needs to happen. You need to make a decision about something. Okay? And this needs to happen quickly. Something needs to change quickly with you. I don't know. That would be different for each of you. But your advice is something needs to change, or some type of relocation, some type of movement needs to be made with you. Okay? And maybe this will take away the worry. Okay? So just take that how it resonates. All right. So we're going to end with the fortune teller oracles. Okay, they're fun, they're positive for you guys. So, let's see. An unexpected gift will bring you great fortune. Okay, so some type of gift is coming your way, Virgo, and it's going to bring you fortune. All right, I like that. Who doesn't? Okay, we have a mystical force is guiding you. Trust in its wisdom. Okay. And then we got a couple more that came out. We have the stars whisper your destiny. Follow their ancient light. Okay. And then we have a secret wish will soon be granted. Keep your heart open. Okay. So that could be like a love wish. Okay. So some type of secret wish that you have going on is going to be granted. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Virgos. I hope you enjoyed this, and I thank you so much for watching.